Changing your motor oil is an easy part of routine auto maintenance, and if you're a beginner when it comes to working on cars, it's a good place to start. Before you change your oil, you should look at the manual for your specific car for information such as how often to change your oil, what type of oil to use, and other useful information. You will need some basic tools to change your oil. This includes a basic socket set and a ratchet of the same drive as those sockets, usually 3/8 drive, a drain pan to collect spent oil, a floor jack, a jack stand, an oil filter, a funnel, and 5 quarts of oil, or at least a quart more than your car takes. We're putting 5W30 mineral oil in the Buick here, but you could run a synthetic or a blend. The most important thing is getting the weight and viscosity correct. Again, read your manual if you're unsure what to use. Before you start, make sure your car has cooled down. Otherwise, there is a higher risk of being burned by hot metal or oil. To start, place the floor jack under your car and find a safe, solid part to jack the car up with. This will usually be a sturdy point of the car's frame. Don't try to jack the car up from sheet metal or bodywork. Place a jack stand in a secure place and get it set to the correct height, then lower your car onto it. You will then need to find the oil plug on the underside of the oil pan. The size socket that will be used to loosen it varies from make to make, so read the manual or find a bit that fits the plug and ensure that it will loosen. Place the drain pan directly under the oil pan and then remove the plug. It will take a minute to drain, so now's a good time to remove the old filter. The filter may be more easily accessible from the top or bottom depending on the make. In our case, it was easier to remove from the top. Once you have located the filter, you can remove it. If the location of the filter will cause the oil to drain onto you or outside of the pan, you may want to wait until oil has stopped flowing. This can usually be done by hand, though if the filter is stuck, there are several ways to remove it. One involves puncturing the stuck filter with a screwdriver to gain extra torque. Once the filter is off and the oil has drained, go ahead and replace the plug. Set aside the old oil for safe disposal later. Go ahead and open the new oil and filter. Take a bit of the new oil on your finger and lubricate the gasket on the side of the filter that mates with the car. Attach the filter to the car. Firmly tighten the filter into place and make sure the plug is firmly in place. Open the hood and find the oil filler cap. Begin filling the oil. After pouring some oil into the car, get underneath and ensure there are no immediate leaks. If there are no leaks, go ahead and fill the car with oil, checking the dipstick periodically to make sure it stays below the fill line. Once the dipstick shows there's enough oil, replace the filler cap and turn the ignition on the car. Let it idle for a moment so as to circulate oil into the system. Check the dipstick again and add oil as needed. Do not overfill the oil on your car. And that should do it. Let your car run for a few minutes and do one final check for leaks.